Let's have a look at all the incredible features that this Amel has to offer. She is a Super Maramu. She was launched in 1991. And the design of these yachts was so that they could be very easily taken around the world by just 2 people. This yacht is 53 foot. And she has spent quite a bit of time cruising with her current owners and the previous owners, and with that come a lot of updates and upgrades to a lot of the systems on board. A lot of people sail these yachts as couples, just 2 people around the world. Sometimes they're very popular amongst families as well. This boat has got your home office, your navigation station. It has a fantastic full-size galley, a beautiful saloon and lounge, with room for 12 people probably. In the main section of the yacht you can see it's very open plan, and I really love that. I feel very comfortable, very at home. Obviously I'm at the nav station, which is also a work desk or an office. I've got lots of drawers here. I've got my chart plotter here. There's another one in at the helm station, which we've already seen. I've got my HF radio, VHF radio with mics. I've got a touch point for what's happening in the cockpit as well. And it's just a really nice space. We've got this lovely chair that spins around that I really like as well. Here I've got a great addition the recent owners put in. We're living in Queensland. You need ice for your drinks and your cocktails. So I've got a nice little ice maker there. And an additional worktop space there, or just for all your charts and manual. The bonus of Sueno Azul is that she also has a completely enclosed cockpit, so that you could quite easily have extra people for a big party. And another great feature and an add-on is the cellular Wi-Fi system. So there is a router with 2 antennas, cables running up the mast, so that you've got 2G and 5G coverage on the boat. So let's just take a walk. I want to show you a couple of my favorite features on board. Okay, we're going to start in the saloon actually. So the French love to entertain. They also love to sit around a table. So the table is very much the centerpiece of the yacht, but it actually has another section that fits here, so that whoever's sitting on this end doesn't have to lean into their meal. But you can see that it's beautifully designed, but you've got plenty of access to the forward compartment of the boat. This nice little fitting here for, you know, glasses, bottles or vases, whatever it is, actually comes out and can fit here. It may be for your brandies or your gins or whatever takes your fancy. Actually, I think it fits this way. So you can pop that over there. Everywhere in the dining area and the saloon you can see that there are drawers with little latches. It's the same opening mechanism throughout the boat for all the drawers and the latches. Got this lovely seating area, and she sleeps 3 in the aft cabin, 3 in the forward cabin, 1 in the quarter berth, and there's an additional berth here. Just look how easy it is to pull this out. And voila, and that just slides away when it's not being used. It's all mahogany inside. You can see there's just this beautiful, beautiful interior. There's a new Bluetooth Fusion stereo system, and these big lockers throughout the yacht for all of your liveaboard comforts, books, clothing, manuals, crockery. Very tempting to fill every single locker space, but not really necessary, to be honest. You tend to collect a lot of stuff when you're living on board. Underneath the table, one of my favorites, I am Irish, we do like a tipple, is all of this space here for more bottles. And underneath the bilges there's also space for even more bottles. But also under here there is a fridge freezer. So if I just pull this up here, I've got a full-sized fridge freezer in here. So that is one of 3 fridges on board Sueno Azul. So I love this galley, not just for its size, but because it's so much a part of the living space. It's your living room, it's your dining room, it's your galley, it's your office, it's your navigation station, and you've got the cockpit right there so that you can pass things up, because obviously you're going to spend a lot of time dining and enjoying the cockpit. But it's such a good space. You've got drawers,
washing machine, dishwasher, lots of shelving for all of your utensils. You've got deep dry locker storage for more food, so you can provision for months and easily have it within arm's reach. There's obviously lots more storage in other areas underneath seats as well, and in all of the big cabinets in the lounge, in the saloon. But it's a really, really nice practical galley, and you can see there's been a lot of upgrades. This has all been changed, but also here you've got spice racks for all sorts, for culinary experts. You've got this great rail so that you can hang utensils on. There's utensils and bottles and olive oils and vinaigrettes and mustards and whatever else you like to put in, pickles. There you've got a little dedicated rack for your paper towel. It's just a really, really nice set up galley. Here you can see this actually throughout the yacht there's 12-volt fittings. These are the controls for the lave-linge, that would be the washing machine, lave-vaisselle, wash the dishwasher, and then these are for your microwave. Now, as you can see, the things that have been added are in English and the original in French. You have an extra hose here for rinsing off your things, and the galley has both fresh and salt water pumps. There's a foot pump for salt water, and then you've also got filtered fresh water as well. Nice big deep sinks as well. Love it, absolutely love it. It's actually a nice espresso coffee machine, and the owners have very kindly even left some coffee beans. There's a little grinder here, and then you've got a little jug for frothing your milk as well. So, un petit café le matin, pourquoi pas? So that's our fridge, freezer, dining, great galley, extra sleeping quarters, so much storage, beautiful mahogany. Despite the fact that there's air conditioning throughout the yacht, there's so much airflow coming through from these hatches. There are opening ports throughout the yacht and overhead hatches. So let's continue forward into the bow section. The forward head and Sueno Azul has an electric toilet with a holding tank, and behind the door there's an overhead shower which runs into the sump here, which is pumped out through the main electric bilge pump, and really nice deep sinks, lots of little compartments for your soaps so that when you're healing underway they're not going to fall out, and a little cabinet for extra stuff. And we've got these cubbies all the way through the yacht. That's the holding tank for, various things. Obviously toilet roll, cleaning utensils, first aid kits probably would go in there, that sort of stuff. So all of the doors on the Amel have these lovely little timber latches, so you're never going to struggle to find it or fiddle with your fingers. So very easy to open and close the doors. And behind the door is the shower overhead. Hot and cold water in both of the heads, and same with the cockpit shower as well. So in behind here, which is actually is a watertight bulkhead, we have yet another fridge freezer. That's a whopping great fridge freezer. So this is the bow thruster, very accessible, and there is a pin at the top of this which you need to release. You pull that pin out before you deploy the bow thruster, and when you're finished, put the pin back in so that there's no risk that it could accidentally be dropped. This is a unique Amel feature, and that just sits right there. In here is something else I wanted to show you. So you can see an example of the watertight bulkhead here with the timber panel which you twist to open, and that will give you access into the forward lockers. All of the hatches have these little covers that have Velcro fittings on them that fit around here so that you can block out the light, but you still get some airflow through. Just pop that there. You can see also that we've got a 12-volt fan, but you do also have the luxury of air conditioning on this boat. So let's take a look at the aft cabin. So stepping aft, and I say stepping because there's a little step that caught me out the first time I was on the boat. There we go.
This is actually a cabin, and it can quite easily be configured into a cabin by having a little curtain that goes across the top. It is on the passageway to the aft cabin, but I really like it because it's actually got the same amount of cabinets and drawers and cubbies for personal items, and it even has a hanging locker section, so, and a full-length berth, really, really comfortable, with even more drawer storage underneath. And the captain's manuals are actually kept in here. Again, just look at that beautiful mahogany throughout the yacht. It just is stunning. It does have a 12-volt fan in the space, and you do have a little opening port access to the cockpit, so you can just check how everything is going. If you're on getting ready to go on watch, I'm gonna open that. You can just pop up there, get a little bit of airflow, and just see what's going on. You do actually have locking systems here with these pin devices for the engine room door, and very important, your fuel shutoff is here. So there's a few of these on board, and these are the latches for closing the bulkhead. So we just close our door and we leave the space that could potentially have water ingress. Close the door, and what we're going to do is pop this into a hole down here and screw it in. So when we've fully screwed in, that is a watertight door. Screw all the way up. And voila. There ain't no water getting through there. I'm just going to leave our latch for the watertight bulkhead door here, accessible for when I might need it. Hopefully never. Again, we've got the same configuration with the aft head. It has a mirror on the back and a nice latch that closes easily there. Now the aft cabin, like the forward cabin, can be configured with a double and a single or two singles. Currently it's configured as two singles. This one's slightly larger than this one. And then you've got this nice little table, like in the forward cabin, forward cabin, that you can pop up if you want to have room service. And equally, there are lots of drawers for storage items all around the boat, lower and upper. Great big vent here for your aircon, and it's nice to have your own ensuite as well, I must admit. But one little feature that I really love in here as well, and that is my laundry line. So it's blowing outside and I'm sick of losing my clothes over the railing. I just decided I'm going to pull out my little clothesline here and hang up my clothes with my little pegs here. How good's that? In particular, if you just want to have your smalls and the things that you don't really want other people to see, or it could be your bathers, whatever it is. I love this little feature on Merci. So the controls for the aircon in each of the cabins are quite accessible. Just turn it on and it will actually fire up itself when it's ready. So I can actually have breakfast in bed, or I can have a TV dinner, whatever I choose, while I'm watching the news on television or planning my next expedition. It's all rather nice and comfortable. I think I will have a little sleep, and as the Spanish say, dulces sueños. So there's some great schematic diagrams on this boat as well, thanks to the current owner. They have, with all of the electrical appliances that they have added on, including wiring for the entire to the NMEA 2000 backbone, diagram schematics for the Garmin plotters both here and in the cockpit, the B&G instruments both in the cockpit and here, and also for the Servo GX system, which is fitted up here to read your battery monitors, and the router. So it's all described for you, which is great. We've got these great headphones, which are called Marriage Savers. So they are, because she's, a big boat, for whoever is actually at the anchor, deploying the anchor or on the bow, or potentially when we're coming into a marina somewhere, so that the captain can talk to the crew. There you go. Set of those also going with the boat. Got a lovely, we've got
tide and time, waits for no man. We've got the barometer, and we have temperature in Fahrenheit and Celsius. So there you go. Over here where I'm standing, we've got this great device, very simple, but it actually tells me the level of water, eau douce liters, so sweet water liters. I open up this little latch here, and up comes my rod, and that's telling me that I've got 950 liters of water. So thanks for joining me here on board Sueno Azul, this beautiful Amel. I'm very happy to show you on board. If you'd like to give me a call, please have a look at the information online on EziYacht.com/yachts for sale, and get in touch if you'd like to come and have a look. Thanks for watching the video. If you like it, please think about subscribing. It really helps us with continuing to provide you content. And by all means, leave some comments if there's something that you liked or something you'd like to see in the next video. So until the next time, thank you very much. My name is Sonia Robinson, and thanks for watching EziYacht.